What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. This is DIY Nation. It's your boy Ray. Listen, got another installment for my BMW riders out there. Listen, you know you've been following my channel. I own the BMW R1300 GSA. Been doing a lot of updates on it, guys. I encourage you to check out the playlist for this bike. All right, doing a little accessories. So if you also own this bike or plan on getting this bike, use my channel as a reference of things you can do with the bike. Now I'm doing updates that is not gonna void my warranty, all right? Because you know the price of this bike. Yeah, just leave it at that. So, but I am doing some upgrades because that's what we do on this channel. Boys in our toys, how to DIY, whatever I'm into, I'm sharing that information with you guys. Knowledge is power. We share that information, it just makes us a better community. So guys, consider like, subscribe, and let's just get into this video. Let's go. All right, guys, check it out. All right, this is the follow-up to the short I put out of the update I did on my side cases here. As you can see right here, added some racks to it. So I picked up another set from Wunderlich. Now, the mistake I made when I bought this set is that when I first ordered it, I thought it came in set. And I'm gonna show you a screenshot someplace here indicating when I ordered it, it says for one. So I assume when I ordered mine, I ordered one side panel, long one, and one short one. I thought that came into sets. It doesn't, guys. It's one item per, which sucks, right? Because I had to reorder the second set for this panel. So it ended up costing me 2 shipment costs, taxes, what have you. So learn from my mistake. If you're considering the picking this version up, you're gonna have to order total 4 items. All right, I don't understand why they don't sell it as a set for one case and one set for another case, but it is what it is. So just learn from my mistake. When I received it, I saw one and I thought they screwed up, but it wasn't. Brother just didn't read the freaking fine print. So that's just how it is. So my other set came in. It'll come into a box. It'll come well packed. Now Wunderlich, again, this company makes exclusively for BMW parts, made in Germany. Very nice items. Now these sets are expensive. It is what it is. And yes, you can go to Alibaba or AliExpress. Those parts are, again, majority from China, and they hit and miss. And I got burnt a couple of times on some items from them that I said, you know, I'm gonna hold off on that. So I can't tell you how this compares to the AliExpress one because I never had one of those sets in front of me. And I didn't want to take the chance on getting burnt again. All right, throwing wasted money out the window. So I went to the people who makes pretty much quality part. This is a quality part. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna open it up. We're gonna show you how it looks in detail, and then I'm gonna show you how to install it. Not difficult, but you're gonna wanna know some tricks because you may run into difficulties on getting this installed. Let's just start with this part. Let's get it open and keep it moving. Let's go. Okay guys, we're about to get started, but let me just start off what tools you're gonna need. You're gonna need like a star pattern bit. All right, this is a T20. You're gonna need a 7mm socket. You may need some vice grips. All right, so have that on handy. And you need a flathead for these screws right here. Here I'm using a tool that I received from one of the companies that when I replaced it, my handles, my clutch and brake handle. Kai gauge, I think it's 2mm thick to fit in these screws. So that's what I'm using. And check out that video, how I got this tool. Excellent tool. All right, those are tools you can need, very basic. So let me get this out of the way and let's take a look at the racks closely before we install them. Okay, the first rack we're gonna open the large one, all right? And they send it to you in this nice bag, all right? Which I recommend keeping because, again, if you're traveling on the road, and I'm gonna show you how big this thing is, large. You can use this as a, I just brain fart, what am I calling it? Laundry bag, sorry. All right, you can use this as a laundry bag. You guys are traveling, you wanna throw your dirty laundry. This is excellent, there's a keep, throw stuff in. and we get to the laundry, you can take it out. So that's what I'm gonna be using mine for. All right, with hunting season coming up, I might use it for something in that aspect. Definitely gonna keep this bag, not throwing it out. You spend enough for the rack, so why not? So let's put that aside. And each rack comes with its own set of screws and directions, what have you. All right, so let's show you this real quick. All right, they give you some rubber gaskets, I guess you call it. Now these are going to go on the sides, as you see here. You're going to cut them to size, I guess, just to avoid any type of scratching or denting, what have you. So that's what this is for. They give you directions. If you see how you do it, just use your phone. This QR code will take you to what you need to see. But you're watching this video, not needed, but if you still want to look at it, keep it and use this QR code. They give you all the screws and Loctite. And here we're just going to open this up here. All right, these are the spacers and the screws that you're going to be taking out of this pan. And that's pretty much it. Take account of all your screws. There are two different types. This here, very nicely made. Okay, now pay attention when you install this. There is a logo right here. All right, so this is going to be your front facing one. All right, with their logo. All right, you can turn it around, and if you choose not to show the logo, but hey, you paid enough for it, show the logo. What the heck? All right. And that's that. I really can't say anything much. It's well powder coated. It's thick metal. So, and that's what the fear of I was worrying about if I order from another website from China made, that I don't think I will be getting the same quality type of aluminum. All right. So I could be wrong. Never had one, but that's a chance I didn't want to take. I didn't want to pay a lot of money for flimsy craftsmanship. All right, because I will be adding bags to this, and I need this to be sturdy as possible. So keep that in mind. That's why you're paying a premium dollar for a quality part. At least that's my opinion. And that's that. So that's how this looks. That's going to go on the side right here. Let's open the box for the other side. So stand by. Let me get set up. Okay, now we're going to be opening up this called the aluminum panel, which is the rear rack. All right, so we got the side, we got the rear, and this one comes in its own box, well sealed up. So all right, so when they ship it to you, you are going to get your part well protected when it comes to. And the same thing like the larger has their own screws, rubber gasket, again, that's, or whatever you want to call this, yeah, rubber gasket I'm gonna call it, that goes on the side of here. All right, so it has to be cut to length. You'll have the directions and what have you. So, and that's that. I think personally, it's kind of overkill on the packaging. They can send it all, if they sell it as a set for one bag, wrap it up in some bubble plastic, slip them both in that bag and send it to us. Maybe cut down on the cost of it just for the packaging. But overall, well packaged, very nicely made. And this is how it looks. Again, same thickness, and again, the same. You'll see the logo in the bottom, so they'll be considered the front, and that'll go to the side on this end. So let's start to get this installed, and we'll just keep it moving. Guys, you got any questions, any comments, hit me below. Check out the affiliate links. Again, this particular item is not affiliated, I should say, because I bought this with my own money, but I would put a link on to this particular model, and anything else I'll put a link, something similar to it. Again, I never bought it, but I will put that link on there, and any links I'm putting in description are affiliate. It does support this channel, and if you use those links, I greatly appreciate it. So okay guys, we're gonna get this started now. We're gonna install the side one now. Let me give you some direction. First thing you want to do, I recommend moving the top. Right, so when you open it up, there's a latch right here. This is gonna help you remove this top. Also, with inside, we got these little straps here. All you do is gonna pull this to the side, take that off, and have this top removed, and it comes right off. So let's set that to the side, and it's all you're gonna do, guys. You're gonna be removing, let me turn around, 4 screws. This screw, this screw, and this screw. Now, as you can see, these are a flathead, so you're gonna need a flathead screwdriver. Inside, you're gonna need your T25 start bit, and you're gonna be screwing right in this case area here. So I hope I can show you that right there. And you have another one on this side, right? Ooh, there. And also below, another T20, and down below here, another T20. So ready, so you can remove all 4 screws. And when you do that, just be careful, because this is going to come loose. And watch this little latch right here. Oh, not that one, this one right here, and toward the front. Be careful so you don't lose that. So that has to go back in once you replace it. So let me get this removed, and we'll go to the next steps once I'm done. I'm gonna warn you guys, when you're doing this, depending who is on the assembly line installing this, there's a lot of Loctite holding this screws in. So it may be difficult at a point trying to get this off, but take your time. My most important advice to you, especially with these screws in the front, is having the proper, as you can see, proper diameter for this screw here. All right, because it will slip. And if you got a small, as you can see, as a small, it may try to strip it. So it will come out. It's just whoever was on the Loctite machine installing this, some screws, I think they overdid it. Okay, hold on. And that's the difficulties on doing this. You know, I'm having difficulties getting this screw off. I'm gonna have to bring in the big guns. They are locked in with Loctite, so you definitely have to take your time. And again, you don't want to strip your screws, so just be in mind, be prepared for that. So stand by and let me get this done. Okay guys, all right, now when you take off the front, this part is going to come off. Be careful of this screw in here. It does slide out. Just remember, you don't want to lose that. So I'm just going to put that here, and these are the 2 screws that came out. Now, in my case, I don't know about your case, these things are locked in with this. They put a lot of Loctite on this. They did, all right. It took a lot of pressure trying to get it out. So what I end up doing, and it's just on my case, you may have better luck or probably use a longer bit or something, but I end up using my little Milwaukee screwdriver here. Low torque, again, you don't want to strip these, not so much this because you're replacing this, you just don't want to damage this screw here. That's what I use to help me break this Loctite, because whoever was on the Loctite machine, they went to town on this. And I found that was the same when I did that bag. A lot of Loctite you're gonna have to break through. So just want to warn you guys out there in regards to that. So that's removed. I have just one more on the bottom. Having the proper size flathead for these screws is very important, because it'll avoid it from spinning on you. All right, when you're trying to break this Loctite off these screws. So that's the only tip I can give you on installing this. Take your time, have the proper tools, you can make it through. So let me get this last screw done, and then we're just gonna reinstall. All right, get the thing installed and replace it with the screws they had given you. And they're pretty much gonna match the same screws that you took out. Here is the replacement screws, and these are the factory screws. And you can tell the difference in size, all right? And that'll accommodate, because you have a spacer that you're gonna be putting in here. And you are gonna use the original bolts that's here, all right? So just keep that in mind, and that's that. So let me just keep it moving, guys. And what you're gonna do, if you have to take these out. So just take one of the screws they gave you, go to the opposite side, and pretty much punch it out so you can take it out, okay? We're gonna put it on its side, and you're gonna now take your spacers along with your rack. And as you can see, what I like about this, as you can see how the oval is not a perfect circle, it fits perfectly when it comes to the factory screws here. What's gonna happen, that's gonna go in here, and it's pretty much gonna be help it just keeps in one position so it doesn't spin. Let me get that done. And remember, your logo is going to go in the front. Oh, that popped out. No worries. But that's the idea, all right? So let me just get this preloaded and get it set up for the next step. Okay, got my screws preloaded in. Now you're going to take your spacers and you're just pretty much going to put them in these holes here. So by putting it on the side, it just makes it easier so it's not slipping all over the place. And now you're going to take your screws, get it on top of there. So now once you get that lined up, all you're going to do is start from the bottom, which I suggest. Take the screws that they gave you, replacing the ones that was taken out, which are these shorter ones. You're going to replace it with the longer ones. And remember to use your Loctite. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to dab this with some Loctite. Just get it started, because you don't want to tighten everything down. Just get everything started so you can get all the screws replaced. Once it's replaced, then we'll go back and lock it down. Also, let me make sure you're taking off the back side. I end up moving the wrong screw of the front side. The handle here is the front, the rear is where your handle is. So I end up taking off the wrong screw. So just want to correct my mistakes. Again, these two screws, I'll show you how to take off. Let's start with the bottom first. Okay guys, all right, same like the other bag here. These screws are a pain to get off. I'm hands down. The much Loctite they put on it makes it hard to get off. I was able to get this one loosened. Now what, I guess the trick of the matter in getting this done, you're gonna need a vise, some needle nose vise like I'm doing right here. And you're gonna need to pinch that screw between the two. I don't know if I can even able to show you. I'll try my best. See how I got there? I got my vise locking in between the two plastic pieces and that screw, because that screw is gonna spin. Without doing this method, it just is. The Loctite is just holding it too much, and it's gonna spin. So you need some needle nose vise to lock that in so it doesn't move, and that'll allow this screw to come out. Now this side, I'm gonna try the same method, but we're dealing with this plug here. And to tell you the truth, I haven't seen a really easy way to move that out of the way. So I'm gonna attempt to take my needle nose and just go flat at it and try to lock it in. All I need is to hold it temporarily to unscrew this screw. So that's how I'm approaching it and getting these screws off. And once it comes off, the rest is easy. You're replacing these screws, you're not using them with the screws they gave you to put the rack on. But that's a challenge you're gonna have to deal with and try to figure it out. This is my tip to you, how to approach it. It worked for me on that bag. I'm hoping it works again on this case here. Only hiccup from that one and this one, I have to deal with this plug here. So let me go on and try to use the method that I suggest, and I'll get back to you to see if it worked. Share that story with you. So stand by and let me get this done. Okay guys, success. All right, I hope you can see what I'm doing here. Vice grips, the smallest one I have. I just slipped it in that away. Oh, hold on guys, maybe I can do this for you. Like that, I don't know if you can see that. That's the best I can show it to you. And again, it's pinching between the two plastic pieces. There's a screw right in the middle. Pinch that plastic piece and just lock it in to keep that screw from on that side from spinning. Then you come on this side, and again, I really don't like using power tools when it comes dealing around plastic and these small screws, but in this case, it might not so much this size, or maybe you can use something this size, a little less torque, and removing that screw. Again, a lot of Loctite. I'm gonna keep on saying you have to do what you got to do. Right? Okay guys, well I suggest now lay your case on the side like I have mine here. Take those spacers and put them here. Now remember that screw I told you about? Do not remove that grip, let it stay there. It's already there. You don't need to move it. So that's the first screw you're going to put in. So don't remove it. Let it stay there. Get it on the side. Put the little spacers there. Now just take your rack. Be conscious on the logo that's it's facing. And just lay it on top. And line it up, all right? And you're going to do this screw here because you already have your vise already locked onto that nut, all right? And all you're going to do is just put some Loctite back on this screw, put it in this one. Once that's done, then do the two bottom ones and do the outside one last. That's my suggestion, okay? So that's what I'm going to do. Let me get the camera just out of my hand, put some Loctite. So you're going to do one, the two bottom ones, and do the corner one last. Because at that time, you're going to have to remove your vise and bring that over there to lock that one in. So I hope that makes sense to you. These are just the tips and tricks I learned dealing with this type of part on adding to your saddles. All right, so stand by and let me get that done. Okay, I'm back. I'm done. All right, everything's installed. Again, the tips I give you on how to use your little knitting nose grips is what you need to get this off. All right, get those factory screws out. So that's what I suggest. And also, afterwards, you can take your little gasket right here, line it up, and cut it to size. What you can do, you can just, if you want, just take it like this, cut it in half, and trim it from here to here. And don't forget to do this one to this one. Now, I believe, again, this is really not that sharp, so I don't understand why they give you this. Maybe if you drop your bike, they're avoiding from denting it. I don't know. But they do give it to you, add you to add it. I did add it to my bike on this side. I'll probably do that later with this one. I kind of like it without it. To each his own. But overall, that's how it looks. Both bags are done. Guys, again, if this video was informational, you got something out of it, you learned something out of it, please share it with others. Please like the channel, subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. Guys, check out any of the affiliate links in the description of all my videos. All right, there are links there. There are affiliate, most of it to Amazon, Home Depot. I just set up one for AliExpress. It does pay me a small commission, very peanuts again. I'm telling you, I'm not getting rich on this, not by a long shot, but it does support this channel, and I greatly appreciate it. And again, consider using a donation. Buy a brother a cup of coffee, a tank of gas. I appreciate it. All right, and I will be bringing some merch to you guys sooner once I get the design finalized of how I'm gonna design it. Coming to you. So that's it. I'm tired. I'm gonna button up my bike, probably go for a ride, and I'll just see you in the next one, guys. Peace. Later, and drive safe.